wow, about 25 plus years ago, I was working in the field as an EMT, and I was also, a struggling student going to school for my pre-med, and I saw this advertisement for a phlebotomy class. I thought, I'm going to take that too. So I took a phlebotomy program, and then I went in and started working at the hospital. Calls at the hospital of people asking for phlebotomy classes. I thought, I started checking around. I couldn't find anything. So I sat down for, after work, after the working two jobs, I would sit down at night and basically one entire weekend sat down and wrote down and typed out the entire class. We typed it out. I put it on an old Apple IIe. That's how dated, this was. But I wrote my first phlebotomy program, and the class was always a work in progress. I'm always improved it as I went. I wrote a class. I used the hospital's classrooms, and I ran a 3-line ad. It was a 4-line ad in the newspaper, ran for 3 days. And after it ran, when it was running, we had over 300 calls. Our house phone was flooded with calls on phlebotomy training. Quest Diagnostics, or back then it was SmithKline, they called me, the representatives called me and said, we have this customer that wants an on-site health fair. And we've never done anything like this before. Or can you figure a way to do this on site? I'm like, sure, yeah, we could do that. We could do blood draws anywhere, right? And so this was in 1994, one of the first, this was actually the first customer that started the Blueprints for Wellness program. Blueprints for Wellness was nowhere near in existence. All they did was do a glucose and cholesterol at the time. And so we went out and we did the cholesterol and glucose, and we did 4 locations for this company, and they loved it. They had the survey with their employees, and they had the highest review that they did from any of their companies around the country. But ultimately, the ultimate goal of phlebotomy and mobile phlebotomy and the world of working for yourself. I've always been an entrepreneur. I started out with my first business when I was 5. I got my first business license when I was 7. When you talk about your business and phlebotomy and what we do as far as in the field, well, phlebotomy is becoming more known. Well, I stab people. I get under people's skin, and then they thank me for it. It's a fun business. I say it like that because I love it. I love what I do because I love the people. I got into this business for patient care. So what do you do now? Now that you're in the business of doing patient care, right? If you work in a hospital, doctor's office, a clinic, something like that. Okay, so now you're working, but you want to do this on your own. You don't want to be, adhering to a boss every day. So you want to start doing this on your own and still do what you love, right? So how do you do that? How you do that is you start talking to people. You get to know the doctors. You get to know the employers, the people who are in business. Become part of the chamber. Join the chamber, and you start talking. We have the structure and the foundation to give you the accounts and the structure and the background and the backbone of a company that is dedicated to health and wellness. We have the systems in place to create excellence in your community for wellness and for phlebotomy, mobile lab testing. So with those systems in place, all you have to do is just talk. Exceptional patient care, meaning the best you can ever provide, and making a living doing it, and having a blast. So that's about it. That's my story in a nutshell.
जिनके